Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win.
It is a pretty hot late summer afternoon here in the South Bay as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Mike Earl, backman. Waiting! Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Understood.
They'll run it here. This is James Wayne. And not the start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Wentz going to throw. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
56, Mike, 56. Hey, Charlie. Mike, 56.
Working from the gun, Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 22. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a carry for White. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Getting the sack to 227-pound linebacker Quan Alexander.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 24. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Slam, slam, slam. 65, 65. Stay hot. Stay hot.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the Eagles' 40-yard line.
Here we go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. We got to get the ball, Deacon.
Play action. Garoppolo. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here we go.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go right back to White here on first down. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5 now. Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And an Eagle first down.
Here we go.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. First down, here's White. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down now, it's White, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Eagles on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. Able to spin free. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Let's go.
To throw is Wentz. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Hank's almost going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the 2nd person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, 2nd drive, not much better. Completes it to Aguilar. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
21.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't.
Eagle pressure too much this time. Down he goes. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here we go.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Let's go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he's got Snead. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
It's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Here we go.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
21. 13. Hey, Alpha.
Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Coleman now. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check 4.
Here's Coleman. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Mike 54. Mike. Hey, Delta. All you get is a headache. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike Hunter.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo escaping the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Here we go.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
12, fellas. Here we go. Check 3. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 52.
Garoppolo now. And he's got it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go, dude. Here I come.
It's Coleman here. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
At after the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dee Ford with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
Hey, high 7. 1, Omaha. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning. 6. Don't get nervous. Check 13.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And now it's 3rd down.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Back. SOS.
Now Garoppolo. It's complete to Snead. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! Hey, come on now. Shit. Kill.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the draw play, Coleman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
At the 40-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. 4 down. Check. Shift. Jam. Joker. 11. Everyone, Mike 20.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Snead's got it. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Here we go. 180. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. 12, fellas. Here we go. Slam. 1, Omaha.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood.
Kill, turn up. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
Ready, break.
Mike's by four. Here we go.
Shoot.
They'll run on 1st down. It's White, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Hey, alert! We got double up. Quick dad.
On 2nd and 15 now. Garoppolo. Man open. It's Goodwin.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Here we go. Wait, 80!
Let's put him on the buses.
21. I got them.
Check 43. Watch twist.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check. Alert flare.
Ready.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Philadelphia.
Down. 90 Wolf. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, echo. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Hey, now.
Thorson looks to throw on first down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Quan Alexander picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. 30, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown.
J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. 66 yards. And the Eagles get a score closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
The Niners take over.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Mike 20. 11.
Here's Coleman on the draw. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
First and 10 at the 36.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike 54. It's been a long day for you.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
180. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here it comes. Whip. Hey, gun. Watch the whip. Flag. Hey, turn it up. Mike 5-4. Time to go. Night. Right there.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
12. Watch the eye.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Garoppolo now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
They start the drive with White. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Thorson drops on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
We want it. Come to my world.
On 3rd down, it's Thorson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well. On 1st down, White. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
And an Eagle 1st down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a pass dropped off here for James White. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Throwing, Thorson, being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Thorson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. The tackle made there by Deion Buchanan.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So the solid run on 1st, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
The Niners on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 3. They will run again with Coleman. And some room to work. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 31-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
You better be ready. 65. Check 9. Hey, alert 3. Kill.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Here we go. 180. 20. You ain't got nothing. Hey, alert. 10. Alert 3. Set hunt.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
2nd and 10 now for Thorson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Coleman. A beautiful fake. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Here's Thorson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Quan Alexander getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 180. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
So the victory.